Good content and repetition. I want you to focus on that right here. All right. Good content and repetition. All right. But just let's focus ourselves as if we were the greatest plumber from a small town. Greatest plumber of the small town. What can he do to expand? I mean, he's the greatest plumber of this small town. You're the greatest plumber of this small town. What can he do? Great content and repetition. All right, but how can a plumber put out great content? You want to know how? This is the way that the plumber could go ahead and put out better content, is by branding himself, okay, and going from one spot to another, okay, and leaving the best service that he could do the same way that he or she was doing, okay, in that small town. Now, don't just settle for less. You might be the best plumber, okay, in that little town. But why? Why just settle for that little town? Why? Why settle for that little town when there's so many businesses? There's McDonald's, there's other restaurants, there's theme parks, there's houses, and so much more that need that best plumber from that little town, and are getting horrible services in the bigger residential areas, in the bigger towns, in the suburban areas, in the cities, getting horrible service. But poor little old man, poor little old lady. And why do I say old? Because you're thinking old. And what is that? Expansion is what you need. Expansion, because you're already the best plumber, okay, from that little town. But think about the value you could put out to those that are in the suburban areas, to those that are in the bigger towns, to those that own houses, to those that are in the big cities and are getting horrible service. Remember, we're the best plumber in town. Okay, so as the best plumber in town should do is to take over a little bit more and 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 a little bit more. And then guess what? That town is not going to be your only spot. You're going to be global. You're going to be all over the place. Look at how big the skies is. Look at how big the clouds are. Okay, look at how big this universe is. Look at how big this planet is for you to just be the best of that small little town. Now, you could be the best of that small little town and just settle for that. But if you're wondering how to get a little bit further, take it from a person who was the almost best, okay, almost best, and is trying and is gonna be the best in his area. It's gonna take time, but I don't want to be the only person that is the small greatest plumber in the small town. It's so big out there, so big. How much people can get help if I were to take it more bigger? Something to think about, right? Greatest plumber from the town. Made you think, right? I was thinking today, I was like, well, How can a plumber get business all the time? Well, I looked around, I was like, I seen a Burger King having a plumber fixing, okay, the pipes. There's laundromats that need plumbers, huh? There's so many sinks, so many toilets that have been created, okay? So many pipelines that have been created that get clogged up to where that small town plumber could expand his business and have other people helping him or her out. But it all starts with a mindset. It all starts with great content, and it also starts with consistency. Consistency, 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 consistency. Boom. I messed up once and I said it about like 9 times, right? Boom. I'm out, guys. Consistency, man.